Yeah. Turn it up. If you step to me, you better come correct. I got a style and a flow that demands respect. My baby likes me because I'm tough like a pit bull terrier. She can't get enough of my private area. Heading to the strippers on a private jet. Even though I know it makes my mum upset, I got worldwide fame, it's a sight to see. I get over 10 people in Werribee. And if you hate my rhymes, it doesn't really matter, cause everything dies and life is pointless. Oh.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Episode 5. The real episode 5 of Kevin Podcast, also known as Kevin Therapy Podcast. Also known as just Kevin's Therapy. Today's the day. Today's the day. I don't have tequila, but I do have a lovely glass here of Suntory whiskey from Japan. Many people have been requesting the tequila episode. That will happen, the one shot every 30 seconds will happen. But today, I've eaten one meal, so I've had a bowl of oatmeal in the morning. Oh, it's fucking horrible. I've had a bowl of oatmeal in the morning, and now I'm drinking whiskey, and I don't drink much anymore. I don't drink at all anymore. So this will make me tipsy. There's 100% chance that that's going to happen. And I'm going to attempt to talk about today's topic, which is a film. I want to tell a story about The Dark Knight. I'm not going to break down the film. I think a lot of people there's a million videos on YouTube of people discussing The Dark Knight and why it's changed the game, you know what I mean, and why it was so good. I actually had an experience where myself and a friend of mine, we found out that they were showing The Dark Knight in IMAX. I think this was early last year. Oh, of course we have to fucking go, because the only time I ever saw The Dark Knight was in high school. I was, I think, in my final year of high school, and I remember there was this girl that I had a crush on, and she came to me and she said, I hadn't told her, of course, because fucking pussy, right? But she came to me and she goes, do you want to see The Dark Knight tomorrow night? And I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I fucking love to see Dark Knight. And she goes, the ticket's like $20 or whatever. I'm like, great, whatever, it's cool. And then she sold me a ticket. Turns out she was just flipping tickets at school. And she was like, it was his movie, and just sold me one ticket. Which was just the young adolescent, mind and spirit is just completely brutalized at that point, because you're just kind of standing there holding this piece of paper like, okay, so now I'm going tomorrow to see Batman by myself. Not only that, the seat was second row from the front in the far left corner. Just fucking awful. Awful seat. And it's a testament to how good that fucking movie was, that I wasn't a movie person yet. And I walked in, I took my shitty seat, I was feeling stupid, and for the next 2 or so hours, I was treated to one of the greatest films I've ever seen in my entire life. I forgot that I was sitting in the corner. I forgot that I was sitting in the front, in the worst seats possible. When the film ended, people stood up and clapped. And I don't take that away from people. I know a lot of people think that's dumb, because of course it's dumb. You're clapping a projection, you're clapping a screen and a performers who can't see you. It's fucking retarded, right? But they were so moved by it that they stood up and clapped, and they were like, this was fucking great. Well done. Well done, Batman. You know? And since that day, I've always thought about it and thought, fuck, I'd like to do that again, you know? Get that experience again and do it properly this time. So, around this time last year, a friend of mine says, I have 2 tickets to IMAX. They're showing The Dark Knight. You want to go? I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go. And as is tradition with myself and this particular friend, we decided to partake in a little herbal remedy, you know, because when you're in the IMAX and the big screens, you know, you want to have an experience that really just fucking blows your mind, and the herb tends to help with that a little bit, you know, a little bit of parsley, a little bit of rosemary, a little bit of mixed herbs, you know. So, you know, we get our Bob Marley on, and we excitedly go into the cinema. We're all ready to go. We have our snacks and our drink. Fucking great seats. Smack bang in the middle, center, perfect. And we sit there, and it's all dark, and everyone's crowding in, and we've been at IMAX many times under the influence, and though there have been some stressful times in the past, this time we're prepared, we're ready. And minutes started to go by, and there was nothing on the screen. And for a long time, my friend and I didn't speak because we're like, well, we're obviously baked, so this is our problem, right? This is happening in my head. This is real. My perception of time has changed. 30 minutes go by. Nothing. And people are starting to, you know, doing that thing where they kind of turn around in their seat and they go, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on here? Can you believe this? And everyone's waiting for someone else to go and talk to the cinema person, but no one wants to be that person, because what if the fucking thing starts while you go? And I kept looking up at the projection booth, and it was so far away, but I could see someone up there was having a bad day. Like, there was like movement. There was a lot of movement. Like, someone had fucked up, and I was just like, oh, you poor bastard. 40 minutes after we sat down, the film finally began. And of course we were treated to the treat all over again. We kind of sobered up halfway through the movie, which was a damn shame, but it was a great experience, you know. It was a wonderful experience. It's a wonderful movie. It's a film that treated superheroes more seriously than they'd ever been treated before, you know. It was a genuine fucking crime thriller. Oh my god. Oh. Suntory whiskey is the fucking devil's piss. I don't want them to ever sponsor me, because I don't want more bottles of this shit. It's paint thinner. It's too much. I'm not 21 anymore. This is too fucking much. Oh. What was I saying? Dark Knight. Yeah, like, it's such a special film. It didn't feel like you were watching a superhero movie. It didn't even feel like you were watching a Batman movie sometimes. It felt like you were watching... It felt like a dramatic retelling of true events that really happened. You know, because Nolan is such a grounded filmmaker. Like, it everything felt so fucking weighted and real and genuinely raw. Like, I don't know that it's like, if you're not Nolan, I don't know you could have pulled that off if you weren't that guy with that team, and obviously Heath Ledger with the Joker. It's just unbelievable, you know. It was just fucking great. I was just thinking about it today. I was thinking about that whole adventure and how I had such a shitty start to that fucking night, you know, trapped in this cinema that is lights are on, so we're all fucking illuminated, our red eyes and shit. Society judging us, but it didn't matter because after that 40 minutes of torment, we're treated to 2.5 hours of wonderful bliss. You know? That's what you want. That's what you want. The other memorable experience I had in IMAX, well, Dunkirk was fantastic, but Doctor Strange was really good because when you Bob Marley and then you go and see Doctor Strange in IMAX, it's a deeply spiritual, cosmic experience. I fucking highly recommend it. Just watch it at night with headphones on, out of your mind. I'm telling you. Fantastic fucking movie. Especially if you've done acid. I haven't watched it on acid yet, but I would like to try. Shout out to my girlfriend who'll be really mad at me that I said that. But, yeah. Go and watch The Dark Knight again. If you haven't watched it recently, go back and watch it again. And really understand how good movies can be. Without a lot of CG. You know? Understand how good movies can really be. And how entertaining they can be and how compelling and how gripping. We've been all spoiled by Avengers Endgame recently. It's been wonderful, but rarely does a film nail it on the craft side of things while also honoring its source material, you know. It just makes Batman Superman hurt that much more. Batman vs Superman might be one of the worst films I've ever seen in my life. Because of its pedigree, because of its cinematic and its comic history, Batman vs Superman was uncomfortable to watch. Immeasurably disappointing. And just, it would have been funny if it was shorter, but it wasn't. It just fucking kept going. It just kept going. You know? And you watch the trailer and you're like, oh, Jesse Eisenberg, I'm sure he's gonna turn it around. He's gonna turn it all around. And he's gonna be a Lex Luthor, and it's gonna be great. Nope. It's worse. It's worse when you see the movie. There's a jar of piss in the movie, and it's used as a plot device. A literal jar of piss. I would have rather paid $20 to sit down and just look at a jar of piss for 2 hours than sit through that fucking thing again. Awful. Awful. Bad. Naughty. Bad movie makers. Make a better movie. Make Dark Knight, you know? Oh. Horrible. Horrible is something I used to describe as whiskey, as well as that fucking movie. Oh. Does anyone know? Send me an email. Does anyone know if drinking is bad for you when you have a cold? Your boy's about to find out. Ooh. It's cold. It's cold when it goes in, you know? The whiskey. The whiskey, you fucking animals. You guys want to hear some music? I go old school today.